Hello and welcome to Cutter Farms. We're back with a final episode of Farmville, North Carolina, and today we're going to be selling off all of our remaining assets and seeing how much money we're going to be able to take forward with us as we set up our farm on UMRV. And so in order to get started with that, we've got some barley here that we need to sell off. Now, I'm just coming to the realization maybe we want to hold off here. Barley's high point is usually in December when it hits about 13. We're getting pretty close to that. So I'm not going to stress over, 50 cents a bushel here when we barely have any to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and tag this. We're going to drive on into town. I think it's the, main elevator point there, so we're just gonna run it up there. It's 45 bushel. It's not gonna make us that much money, but every little bit's gonna help. All right, looks like we're at the grain mill on the other side of the tracks here. I think this is where we were hauling the contract to anyways. There we go. And what's 45 bushel gonna get us? 57 bucks plus or 570 bucks plus a $62 environmental score bonus. Not too shabby. And yeah, that's all of our grain. Almost wasn't worth the time to drive up here, but we're gonna be completionist about it. So with that out of the way, the only thing to do is sell off our hogs and then all of our equipment here. If we take a look at the hog menu, you can see I made several trips. We filled up the food. I think we've got just a little bit more food left that we need to distribute here. And you can see that we've got quite a few that have just had new pigs because we're at reproduction 0 on a number of these. But I'd like to see if we can get as much money as possible here out of these hogs. So we're going to keep feeding them out as long as we have food. And so I'm up here at the feed mill. It looks like we only had another 21 cubic yards of feed left to go here. Let's run this back up. Cubic yards is kind of an odd measurement for the food. I'm thinking it'd probably be measured in tons, pounds or tons. I need to update my unit convert at some point here. Either way, let's get this guy ran back up here to the hog farm, and we will continue to move time forward here as we feed out our hogs. And we're up here at the hog farm with the feed tanker. I don't think we've actually got enough room to put all of this in there yet, though. We're gonna have to skip time forward first. So I'm gonna go ahead and run us into December here. Oh, there's $1,800 of loan interest, some property maintenance, and a little bit of production costs, I think, coming from the garden. Ooh, we're getting snow. I'm glad we did our delivery here before the snow hit. And it's a little dark. Let's get into the daytime here, and we'll slow it down a bit. I think we've got a couple of months of feed to go, but I'm going to slow it down just a bit. We'll jump out and go take a look here at this menu. I forget how many we've got. We've got 1,500 hogs in the pen at the moment here. You can see the most valuables are worth $787. And if we come into this menu, you can see we've got quite a bit of feed left in here. And so we're going to need to advance probably a couple of months to get through all that, and that's going to allow us to keep making some more hogs, which should be more money. At least a few of these will reproduce, and I think I get a pretty big bump in how much they're worth once they jump past puberty here. I can't recall for sure though. Either way, before we do that, while we're still in December, we are going to start selling off our assets. If I look at the financial screen here, you can see we're at $565,000 in debt still. We've been paying a couple of grand in interest on a pretty regular basis here. But we did pay down some loan when we sold that last batch of animals. Nice. And so knowing that, let's get into making some sales. So as we go through this, we're going to sell off anything that is legitimately ours. Ooh, our $50 wrench. Can't forget to get rid of that. We bought both of these augers. We will not be selling any of our buildings, only the equipment that we purchased here on the farm. So like these are technically co-op equipment that I put into the game to allow us to try something out from a contract perspective. So we won't be selling those off, but this Hool Tinker is definitely ours. This is not our planter. Oh, I wonder if there's anything in it. I think we emptied it out. I don't think I can sell the seed back anyway. We've got a disc, headers. Auger wagon. The bulk feed trailer is technically not ours. We've been using that and getting it delivered. The truck. Our trusty gleaner combine. The grain truck is ours. The semi is not. This Alice Chalmers is ours. However, the saddle track is not, and the Kubota. So after just vehicle sales, we're at 717. We need to pay down all of the loan here. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick because it's going to make our accounting a lot easier. We may need to buy a new mouse after this. I wish they would add a repay all button. All right, there we go. So after paying down all of our debt, we're now at $152,000 in cash. If we pop into the map here now, I've also got our land to worry about. So we purchased these 3 additional fields here. So I can go ahead and sell a few of these off. So we're gonna sell 31. We're going to sell 36, and I think it's going to complain about selling 37. Maybe, we'll see. Yes, I can't sell it because we have the feed mill on there, which was something that we placed. We didn't purchase that. That was due to the map issues where our feed mill on the other side of the map kind of got wrecked because we built it in the sunflower field. So we're going to be jotting this number down, 302,400. And so we will be picking that back up at a later time here. We will just give ourselves that money. I'm going to sell off the fields on either side of the house. Oh, we've got a shed or something on that. Oh, the hog shed, that's right. And our main property here is worth 58. That's not going to let me sell either. So we need to jot both of these down. 561,600. And 58,800. So that's going to leave us with a $922,800 in land value across these 3 properties, which is great. That's going to be a huge boon as we go to buy our new properties. Hopefully we're going to be able to start with a few fields in addition to the farm. I'd hate to have to run nothing but contracts on URMRV to start with. That'd be not a lot of fun. We're up to 1,500 hogs here, and we've got tons of food. So let's go ahead and skip forward into January. Our property maintenance is just under 1,000, and we still got a little production cost from running the garden. That's all right. And there's some snow. Let's slow time down here just a bit and check in on the hogs. We're down to about less than half of our food. And the value is coming up here pretty quick. I'm liking that. And we're going to get another batch of hogs here very soon. Looking through here, I think we should still be at the 1,500. Yep. So let's go ahead and move again into February now and see where we're at. Property maintenance is going up. I wonder why that is. The food is starting to run low. We've got more hogs on the farm here. We got a whole nother batch down here, it looks like. Very nice. So we're ripping through that food a lot faster. We're at 1,700 hogs now, so we got another 200. And I'm just checking on this. I don't want to let their health start falling because that reduces the value of the hogs. So I'm just watching the food capacity go down here. We're gonna see what it goes. It's going down by about 3,000 per tick. So I'm just gonna keep this window open, and as soon as it gets down towards the bottom here, we're going to stop everything. I'm kind of hoping that we get enough to tick by one more day here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. And their value doesn't really seem to be going up outside of the tick. So we're going to go ahead and stop time here because I don't have enough for one more tick and I don't want to lose any health. So now it's time to sell off all of these hogs. We're at we'll say $62,000 here. Let's start selling. I'm going to start with the best batch here. There we go. We're at 744. So that was a lot of money. We're up to 823. I'm just going to keep going through all these and we'll check in when I'm all done. We're going to move it up to batches of 50 to make life easier. All right, we have sold off all of the hogs and that puts us at a grand total of $1.315 million, which if my math is correct is about $693,000 for all of those hogs. So we were sitting here wondering if we were making money. We were making money. And so if we combine the $1.315 million in cash that you see up there in the upper left-hand corner with the $922,800 in property value that we've still got left, that's going to put us at a grand total of $2,237,914,000. And so I'm going to be generous. I'm going to round myself up to $2,238,000 just for nice round numbers. Crazy. That's a good start. It's a little bit better than the typical farm manager start, which is what we're going to be doing on URMV. And so we're going to start with farm manager, give ourselves the extra money and be able to get started buying land and equipment. I've enjoyed this series a lot. Farmville was a really cool map to spend some time on. I've liked having a bunch of different small fields kind of spread out around the map. We did a lot of contracts, had a lot of fun playing with the hog mechanics, especially with these mods here. They've been very popular with the community. I always get lots of questions about the hog enclosure, the trailer, the feed mill, and so that's been a lot of fun. But I'm looking forward to doing something just a little bit different in our next series, and so we're going to be diving into a large dairy operation this time around. Hopefully you've enjoyed the series. If you have, drop a like. It helps me out immensely. That's all for today. Keterk out.